Okay, so I didn't watch the FNATIC Vitality game live. Let's have a little snifferoo, guys. Let's have a little snifferoo. The beauty of this, we don't have co-stream. We can just fast forward the draft. I think it's kind of crazy that I don't know what the prep work is. I have no idea what the prep work is. I don't know what's going on with LEC as a region. But you have 1, 2, 3. Maokai, Victor, Nar is crazy to me. In contrast to this 1, 2, 3. Just a Maokai first pick. Aurelion Sol into Victor. I haven't seen Aurelion Sol win into Victor, even though I've seen it as an answer. I think maybe I saw like Chovy win once with it. Renata on 5. I don't think Renata on 5 is super exciting here, if I'm going to be honest. I could see a world where you go even greedier. But it's okay. It's okay. We have like Varus Renata into Sivir Alistar should be turbo winning. I think like it's fine to pick like range support in a spot like this, you know. I think you can definitely pick range support and just win the front to back instant, because I don't think Renata is particularly good against Sivir and Victor and Maokai deeper into the game, you know. But against Alistar in isolation, this lane should be super winning. And they probably are in the state of mind that they outscale already because they have Gwen and Aurelion Sol. So just giving early lane power to make sure that everybody can breathe is good. Bard as a champion is very good against Victor, but it's not super good against Sivir because of a spell shield. So like there's two schools of thought there. But I do think Bard would be interesting. Karma would be interesting too. I think the move speed of Karma is really good. I think that, you know, Rakan would be really good here too. I think Rakan would be nice in my opinion. But that's all right. Renata for lane. Let's see it. Let's see the Fnatic bot lane dominate lane. All right, top lane pretty boring. We fast forward a little bit. Niski. How good is your lane phase, my friend? One of the big questions for me always with Vitality was how will they lane as series proceed? Because so many different unique matchups, so many mutations of what you can play bot. And I don't know how much of a pool Niski can build in such a short time span. So let's see what they cook. Ooh, okay. Q flash if the enemy was in the bush. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Very, very smart matchup knowledge. Keep in mind, lethal tempo into Halo Blades. No barrier on AD. Very, very clever. Very clever. Fnatic need to throw spells into run to play the poke game here. But I think holding spells is probably better because you want to have short trade and playing the wave because you're double ranged. So very, very poor job here by Fnatic, I think. Really poor job, but good punish for Vitality. Already need to base. Some, no flash Mickey, no flash upset. Kazi gets 9 out of 12. And base with refillable, still better base than the Varus. Varus is slow pushing out. Maokai is also going to be into bottom side here. And Kazi is just going to hit the plant. I like that. I don't know if he spotted Razork though, but he should know anyway because Gromp was gone. So here comes Maokai. Level 3 of Fnatic on this wave. Ooh. Mickey hugging the wrong wall as his bush ward gets pinked. What a punish. Oh, he gets out. Oh, I thought they could kill. Am I crazy for thinking they can kill? Let's see this again. Oh, the Q is kind of nice, bro. The Q from Mickey is kind of cold. He knew Linkhouse needs to go behind him to Q him into the Alistar combo and Q them through. So he couldn't. That's very nice. Fair play, Mickey. You got hands, man. You got hands. Okay. Vitality get to catch this big wave. I like the fact that they freeze the wave here, right? A little note for everybody. It's like, if you freeze part of the wave here and you don't full clean it, then it doesn't meet in the middle. And then you can slow push this one with the one that's coming out of base. And obviously, being in this position is far safer than being on the neutral because they can stay in bush and so forth. They can trap you with scanner. They have some options. Here, nobody checking this pink ward hurts my soul. This pink ward is just fucking smurfing right now. This pink ward is the GOAT. Let's see now how they're gonna play this. Hex Flash. Combo. Ignite. The cleanse. Oh, the biscuit, the potion. Oh. Holy, the biscuit hold is massive. I wonder if he should just insta-cleanse the ignite damage. And I think that you need to play on the fact that, you know, if you're in a situation where your Alistar, your Renata is not queuing this fucking Alistar away, then, you know, it has to be troll. Because I think Mickey should be able to queue Alistar always on the stun away from him, and then they should be able to kite, is what I'm thinking. Because I think that here, Niski should have been pulled towards Mickey. And I think that they actually win this, because they get the reset then on upset. But Niski eating the biscuit and the heal. Hey, yo. Oh, Mickey dies too. Kazi Niski, best bot lane in Europe? Damn. Holy. Chayak didn't TP back yet. This is a really good condition for Chayak, but Victor is very strong in the early game. Let's see now the swap situation for the grubs. Nobody cares in Europe. Nobody cares, bro. Skarenin. Holy. Ooh, the move speed, bro. Merc's gap. Merc's gap. Merc's gap. And Malka was also into top side while Skana's bot doing Drake. Oscarinin, Oscarinin. What a start for Vitality. They're just winning everywhere. They got a severe BF sword base, bro. Oh, that's brutal. Chayak lost flash before. FNATIC with the 3 musketeers on mid-wave, getting Aurelion Sol ahead. Very nice. Alright, let's progress forward into the next objective here. We got Grubs. A lot of pressure on Chayak, who has no flash but has flash back up on now. Let's see the Grub open. Niski's just holding a wave. And Sivir, it seems like Sivir had the fast tempo over upset, so he could just stay bot and now kill the wave and now crash it. Now Aurelion Sol is catching bot with item. But it seems like Sivir is just basing for Yuntal, so he's just stacked 2 wave. Oh, no Yuntal, he just went Berserker Greaves, okay. TP into top for Nar. Full vision in this river. I like the timer there before where Alistar went to ward here. I like this a lot because they know that Humanoid wants to base because he's not walking with the wave. Really good window here for Niski to put down wards because he knows he has better tempo. Like here, based off of what happened bot here, the fact that Vitality has bot lane push in this sequence allows Niski to go straight into top first because he knows that Renata is here, right? The only one he could face check into is Skana, and he doesn't need to be scared because you can just boop him away and trade ult for ult, worst case. And Aurelion Sol is not showing, so this is very, very good. I really like this from Niski. Here he sees Razork, and then Niski here on the map freeze, he just crosses into top side because he knows Renata's tempo perfectly. Very nice. And Sivir slow pushes a bot wave because they have full vision top side and they can see them cross or not cross. And Sivir gets item and crosses into mid. Here there's a moment where I'm not so sure if I like this leash here because they don't have mid prio. Like I think if they wanted to do something here with Maokai, he should have hit it on spawn because then he has time to maybe steal one and go. But he uses his smite on Gromp here for some reason. As you can see, his smite is on CD. I think if he walks straight on spawn, takes one, walks away, then he did the most that he could in this moment where enemy team has prio on mid because Sivir delayed her tempo to get more gold and to push out bot for one more wave. But here, Linkas has smite actually, but he wasted some time doing Gromp. I think he shouldn't have done. Minsky trades ult with Varus. His Humanoid, Berserk on Victor, puts him into safety somehow. What did Razork ult here? What is Razor ult? His timing was just awful. He didn't get Victor. Oh my days. He didn't get Victor, bro. Wow, Scano just wasted, Renato just wasted, and Varus ult also just wasted. They are just using their ults very, very wrong. Yeah, not sure, not sure. I think this is one of those moments where if Victor starts channeling TP, I guess, Aurelion's already pushed bot and they want to fight. I think that they legit just need to hold their spells a little bit longer. Just hit here, hold spells longer, and I think it's winning for FNATIC. They're just misusing their ultimates when it's not necessary. What happened to Linkas here? Does he just flash over the wall? What happens? Or does he W the scanner? Oh, he W's the person that flashes. That's what happens to him. Okay. So 6 grubs for Vitality. I think this is a big enough lead to win this game for sure. After the grubbies, I don't understand how Varus Renata tempo can be so trash here. They are walk on the mid wave. I don't know if they are pushing it or whatever. They are basing so late, and they just lose their full top side here because they're not doing Drake, not doing anything. I don't know what they accomplished by staying on the map so late. Because the enemy is just committing to top, and the enemy based, like Varus Renato, just based so late. This kid's just the Alistair Goat, bro. Look at that. I think it's hard because I think they needed to find a base at some point, and then I think they just need to be earlier into top because I think you cannot give this up on top. I think you cannot give this up. You cannot give up your top side. Because here, sure, you can say Oscarine needs to beat the fuck out now, but then they have 6 grubs hitting the tower, and maybe Aurelion Souls just opens on top and they take over. Could be the play too. I'm just seeing, it's hard for me because it's a replay. I don't know if Varus Renata could have just pushed mid on the grub play and base earlier, but I'm not so sure because of the replay. Not so sure. Because I do think they can be on time for this wave right here that is coming now and do the defensive play. But the moment Humanoid sees his Gwen die, he just pushes one more bot. Which makes sense. I think he has to push one more bot regardless. Yeah, not sure. Good play for Vitality. Vitality pushed out top all the way. Now they're opening very aggressively on bottom side, which makes sense. FNATIC on time now to defend, and Gwen gets to push out top for free because they have all the information that they need. And now Victor needs to cross into top side, and Aurelion Sol will be able to push deeper for free because now he knows that the enemy had the base and open on top side again. It is the rhythm of everything. Nako can also push right because his Alistar put wards before. We jump forward. Chai spots Scano on bottom side. He feels safe to push aggressively. Level 12 against level 11 of Oscarinin, soon 12. Let's fast forward to Drake here. We have 1 minute to Drake, and we have Rift Herald on Victor. I think here Humanoid's timing to push out top is really, really good. I think this is something that Victor could have thought of earlier. Because if he bases here after pushing this deep wave, I think he needs to open on top again. He needs to open on top again because you want to push the 30-second wave on top before Drake spawns. Approximately 30 seconds because it's mixed right depending on when you kill Drake. But here I think Victor should just open through mid into top straight again. Because Nar is safe to push and they should make sure to be on the wave that Aurelion Sol walks out on right now, because they are a little bit too early here and they don't need Victor on this play, I think, because he has TP and Aurelion Sol is showing top. Gnar has full prio, and if Victor crosses like this, basically makes this movement where he crosses through mid into here, he can be together with Aurelion Sol on that wave, and I think he should always be safe because his teammate is getting full information on bot. And if his team is hitting this turret and he's getting it for free, he can just wait, right? He can just wait for info. And I think this would have been better because he has TP. But here they're playing for the dive on Oscarinin. He has full information, and I do think that they could have been a little bit greedier here with Victor, and they could have been into top because he has full info. But maybe it could be that he's just afraid of a scanner, but it's fine to be on mid wave too, honestly. I just don't think that they need everybody to kill him, no? Do they need everybody to kill this Gwen? Is Gwen that OP? I'm also sure if they need everybody, because I feel like these people can cross back into mid. Let's jump forward. Herald doesn't break mid turret. They open on top side after pushing out bot. NaKeNaKo pushing deep because he has full information. Very cool. Good job from NaKeNaKo. Kazi pushing on mid wave because he spotted Scanner and Renata on top side. Victor pushes deep. Oscarinin is just fucking... Ooh. Okay. That's why I don't like the Gnar counter into Gwen. I don't like the Gnar blind into Gwen. I feel like Gwen eventually reaches a point where you're killable, you know? And this is still like a game where Gnar has very, very good condition, you know? Like, you can go Witsend second and be a little bit stronger and have more MR. You can go Witsend, but I don't know if it's enough, you know? Are you going to be useful as a Gnar with Trinity Force Witsend in fights? Maybe in this game, yes, right? Because the tenacity is very useful and MR is good against Sult as well, but I don't like Gnar as an answer into Gwen, personally. I think it's more of a denial if you have nothing else to pick. I feel like it's the last champion you should pick. Holy. Holy. Niski, bro. Yeah, I am a big hater of Varus Renata and having lethality Varus with Renata. Big hater of this. Very little W Renata value in this game. See if Chag matches TP. He does, but a little bit. Like, Chag doesn't do the Nuka-Cola TP. Vitality's bot lane is way faster. Vitality, bro. Look at that, bro. Like, he feels the need to go Lethality Varus because his team is full AP, and he feels like with attack speed Varus that the enemy will just buy a shit ton of MR, and it's true, you know, it's true. So I understand why he's going Lethality. So a lot of the damage that you do is magic, you know, so it's not the most comfortable Varus game to be in. I just think that they probably needed to pick a different support into this comp. But obviously hindsight's 2020, they should be winning both, I think. There's games where attack speed is better. But there's cases where attack speed is better. For sure. It's not a blanket thing. Not saying this one is. I want to look at the I don't understand why NaKeNaKo, I guess it's like Gnar specific, because he just doesn't want to lose Mega. He's the one with TP and he needs to be the one pushing top, but he doesn't want to lose Mega, so he just says, fuck it, I'm gonna sack top. Which honestly makes sense, guys. It makes sense. He's on that top wave, his Mega pops, and he pushes it, and then he has to TP in because he wants to contest Drake and not give soul point. It's just an R specific thing. Otherwise, he can definitely push that top wave and have a good time. Let's take a look at this fight. Nice combo here on Chayek. I like it. Very nice find from Humanoid. They see here with the pink that Chaik is out of position, which he really fucking is. Like, your carries being here is a big question mark, I think. Like, you want to enter like this, and you want to be in an arc like that, you know? And I think that you can cross because you have Alistar and Maokai caving in, you know? This is a very strange position to be in with your carries, I think. Because FNATIC is creating an arc on this spot, and these guys, what are they doing? They're just kind of exposing themselves. I think it's a very, very good play from Humanoid to just fucking snap, react on this. Because here, this guy needs to fucking flash, you know? But he doesn't. And it's rough because Humanoid doesn't have flash. Humanoid doesn't have flash. I just realized. I thought he had flash. But he has no flash here. It makes a big difference then. Because then the play is a little bit worse, you know? It's a little bit worse. I want to see how Mickey X uses his spells as well here. He uses Q like that on air. Doesn't Renata R. He doesn't have Renata R. He doesn't have Renata R. He doesn't have Renata R. Damn. He doesn't have Renata R. Is that Varusult on cooldown too? It could be. I can't really tell. It looks like it's on. It looks like it's on. It should be on. It should be on. Okay. Well, that changes it a little bit. That changes it a little bit. Still think Vitality's position isn't like optimal. But also here, I think when you see two people like that, I think you should face check here. Like, you sapling here, you walk forward with Ali, you fucking take this, the dig push, you know? You take this space. You push them out of this, you know? For sure. Because I think if you see anybody here, you Maokai ult, you know? Mao R, you know? You Maokai ult. But it's not happening. Just because they saw two people on mid here. Like, they even see more, you know? Like, look. Oscarini, Mickey, Upset. They can cross into here for sure, I think. Holy. Vitality is so impatient, bro. Like, the distance they need to cover, bro, to fucking engage on this is kind of crazy. Like, they want to go, obviously, because they see Scanner here, and they want to push them off. Huge berserk. Oscarinin gets Kazi. And that should be game, right? That should just be game. Oof. I just think like hard engaging like that on the mid wave is pointless. Like, you just let CV take that wave and that's it. I think if Kazi is just on mid wave, I think they're chilling. I think at this point FNATIC's composition is just way too OP, I think. Gwen, Aurelion Sol are a little bit too OP, I think, at this point in the game. I wonder if people could play Roa Aurelion Sol. Probably you could. Oh, some good educational moments, some good moments of from Vitality in terms of how they control the pacing of the game. Good read on like tempo, and they covered into right sides. I think that they maintained like steadiness well. I think key detail as well. Oscarini Humanoid did a good job of like farming when they could. That kept them in the game. And then the fight on midwave just changed everything. Is there a game 2? Poppy into this champ is interesting. How did this top lane matchup end up happening? He picks Gragas and they pick Renekton on 5 into it. That is strange. Aatrox is out, Gnar is out. Okay, well, I like FNATIC draft a lot more. Poppy jungle, it's maybe something we should play. Pick Poppy into Nafiri sounds like okayish. First clear, Wolf start with vision on it. Linkas invades, but Razork is already done. Alright, that was a complete waste of time by Nafiri. Complete wrong read on the timing. Razork didn't even use smite, you know, he started chickens. Seems like Razork was very aware of this being a possibility against Nafiri, of course. And Razork crossing into top side because bot is not in any danger. They'll push out. 36 years base for Pushka. Double chicken, double wolf. Another 9 CS clear. Poppy gets 5 now on the Grump. And wow, this is a very interesting clear here from Razork. I kind of like it because he ends up on top on the swap perfectly. Like it's a very interesting clear. I'm going to send this to my boy Natty Nat. Humanoid just wins on mids. Bad charm from Chayek. Should know where Humanoid lands. And Humanoid just wins out the whole grub situation for his bros. The enemy team doesn't have a mid laner, so I think FNATIC should be posturing, no? What are they afraid of? Why are they not fighting? Why are they afraid? I don't know. We just... What's happening? Why are we afraid? Why are we afraid? Why are we afraid, guys? Not sure why they are afraid. There we go. I think Vitality were crazy to have the confidence to even walk forward. Complete craziness, bro. I feel like everybody here was... I think our Vitality is just crazy for wanting to fight this now. Because look, they have all CDs, FNATIC and whatever. Everybody has cooldowns. Why upset?
I don't think he gets in range of Shayak here. Gatling gun, autos, cleanses away and dies to the tower. That's green.
Elias Lip, ladies and gentlemen. Malignance is a shit item, guys. Not gonna lie. Straight up. Like, it's just a trash item. I didn't nerf this too hard. I think... let me see what the data says, you know? I'm just not a fan. I think the build that... Like, I think the build... Like, he wants to have more damage, right? He wants to have more damage, so he doesn't want to go raw, is his thought process. But then at that point, there has to be something better than that, no? Because I kind of like the Peng build, where you go for Blackfire Torch first. I think it's just way better than Malignance. I think this item, when I read it, it just stinks. The burn thing is completely nonsensical, and 20 ultimate ability haste for the trade up of 5 ability haste, and the burn that you're going to apply, and the additional AP. I think Blackfire Torch is just better, you know. That's my opinion. But I think Roa is perfectly fine here. It's just that I think the only time you should consider not going Roa is if you think that of course you'd really need soak shoes in the game. That's my thinking process. They're just keeping track of the camps here, crossing into bottom side. Like Nafiri tempo is so ass. Like, why is Nafiri's tempo is so trash for doing Drake? And Poppy is already on the map, and they have ward on chicken. Leona is spotted on chicken, and then Nafiri crosses into top side and is showing on vision. Like here, Nafiri, like, This Drake that Afiri did actually like loses the whole game, in my opinion. Like this Drake take is so damn bad because his tempo is so awful. He needed to base and clear his top side way faster, be ready on bot, and then after clearing that, he can be ready on bot side fresh and then do Drake. But I really hate this Drake take. Like look at the price that he has to pay for this Drake. So he's 6. He's 6. Clicks this while his full top side is alive. Poppy is clearing her camps. She crosses through mid, starts clearing her own camps. And now Nafiri is crossing all the way into topside instead of basing before and clearing it. And they get spotted on vision. And now Nafiri goes for this gank mid where Humanoid lives. I think also this tempo-wise, like even if you only get Humanoid's flash, it's like Humanoid should never be able to die with flash and R, right? It should not be possible. This is such a dumpster toilet of a tempo because Nafiri needs to clear the top side and enemy bot lane is stacking waves. Ezreal is on top, losing lane against Dragoon, and of course FNATIC bot lane just pushing all the way through and Poppy stealing his blue. Horrible gameplay from Linkas here. Very bad. Like game losing. Legit game losing. Now they re-enter into bottom side, Renekton TP top. They lose like 3 fucking blatings for this. Here, I am not a big fan of this play. Like, we're doing way too much shit at the same time. I just don't know if Poppy should actually be topside, because I kind of like the idea of right-clicking your lane here. Because why are we going top here with Poppy? I kind of just want to see Poppy walk on the lane where Humanoid is. But if Poppy opens top side because he wants to clear his camps, then you should never do the aggressive play on bottom side pretty much. Like, you can play to defend and to catch because Yone will not get dove, but I can definitely see the argument for wanting to contest on bot on this wave that is coming out, because Poppy could be on it, right? Poppy could definitely be on it. And Rel could be in Tribush, Poppy could be in Tribush, and they could be defending this wave and make this Yone push out all the way. Considering Arya's TP, considering they got TP on Ari, maybe the play bot is even worse, you know, because Arya has TP. Because Arya has TP and pushes against the Koki. I think they just need to kind of fix the lane assignment. Because maybe you just want Yone into Ari still. Because Ari gets prior 1v2, I think, against them. That's full info now, because he spotted Nafiri to push against tower. Mercs on Yone. That is... Honestly, I respect it. You don't get Q cap, but you know what? Having Mercs on Yone looks refreshing to me, bro. It looks very refreshing to me. I don't mind it. I just like how Razork is making sure that they are always on the wave, you know. Koki so early on the mid wave. I want to see Koki base. Koki bases. Ezreal didn't base yet. It's Manamune. Catches one wave. Ezreal bases for Manamune. Koki pushes wave because he sees Ezreal base. And now Mickey is just dancing in river because his name is Rel. He's holding flash for as long as possible. I respect that from Mickey, man. Look at this humanoid flank. Let me see how he breaks their ankles. The enemy is losing farm right now on top side. Let me see that again. Let me see Mickey's timer. I don't understand what information he's playing with.
TP was committed from Oscar though, so
Because the enemy is already bleeding, so you don't necessarily need to go, you know. They're already bleeding, mid wave, top wave. You can just look to fix like base with humanoid and go push bot, you know. It's perfectly fine, and you're going to get so fed on Yone here.
advantage gained at the very least from Vitality.
But after Linkas uses W, I think if Mickey's timing was a little bit better, I think this can be a really good engage. He could have, like, if Linkas W runs out and that's the target, I think it just changes everything in my opinion.
Mickey goes in with the Magnet Storm, stuns up Niski. Humanoid coming in from the side as well. Kazi's killed off Mickey, but Niski's so low.
It's Poppy. It's an old school one, but it's a good
Yeah,
one.
those clash days were fucking sick, man.
False life on the shoulders of FNATIC. Mickey
Even though sometimes Vedius and Forskuren were difficult to play with, they needed to carry, bro. They always needed to carry. They needed gold, even though they weren't carrying. Like I could be like, yo guys, if I get LDR, I'm gonna carry the game here, guys. I need a void staff for my Koki, and I will 1v9. Can I get these waves? No, you can't. I need CS on Malphite. I am behind on CS as Malphite. Can't you see it? Enemy top lane has a bigger number than my number. Don't you think that's the only metric that matters?
missing the shattering strike, but jumping across the wall is Razork again. Keeper's verdict does go wide. Lynx is trying to open up onto Oscar, and Niski doesn't really have a hope of getting out of here. Slowed up, stunned up with a red buff, and now Nako has to pop.
It's like one of those things. It's like we're trying to travel, you know, to a destination, and his car is so far behind, and I'm like, just let me have this fuel, you know. If you give me this fuel, my car will go fast enough for all of us. I just need this fuel. Nope. I want to be driving. I want to drive my car, man. I want Sunfire Cape. Sorry guys, I'm spacing out.
2.7k from Razork in that fight. Razork's Poppy. It's an old school one, but it's a good one.
It is now false life on the shoulders.
I think it's crazy how fast FNATIC play here, bro. Like, this is before Koki arrives. Poppy also misses ult. Are their champs just OP? This Poppy does look fucking broken if I say so myself, bro. I think FNATIC is just completely fucking outscaled, outgold, outwalleted. They're fighting 3v4. I don't know how long, bro. Look at that. Koki's helicoptering in. He's taking his sweet time. That's just GG. I think Linkas was fucking horrible on Afiri, man. That's crucial mistakes. Crucial mistakes. And that's it. That's it for FNATIC.